From WNIJ Studios on the campus of Northern Illinois University, this is Sessions from Studio A. I'm Spencer Tritt, and we're welcoming Chicago Blues Hall of Famer Marty Big Dog Mercer back to the show this week. Big Dog Mercer and his band set out to capture the energy of their live shows with their new album Live at the Roxy. The album features 13 songs, 10 of which have never been recorded or released by the band. We'll hear from that new album this hour, and Big Dog Mercer stopped by with his band to talk with us about the album, and we'll hear them play a brand new song live here in WNIJ's Studio A. Stick around for music and conversation with Marty Big Dog Mercer this hour on Sessions from Studio A. Welcome to Sessions from Studio A, where we bring you the best original music from local and touring artists here in Northern Illinois, Southern Wisconsin, and beyond. Chicago Blues Hall of Famer Marty Big Dog Mercer joins us on the show this hour. His new album Live at the Roxy comes out this week, and we'll get the first listen with songs that capture the band's great live energy. I'll also talk with Big Dog Mercer and his band later on about the album, and we'll hear them play a brand new one recorded live here in Studio A. But first, this is Going Back to Warren Point from Big Dog Mercer's new album Live at the Roxy. You're hearing it here on Sessions from Studio A.
Where the land is oh so green. It's the prettiest place my eyes have ever seen. And if you've been there yourself, then you know just what I mean. Well, I'm going to the Whistle Down Hotel, 'cause the folks down there know how to treat you oh so well. How much I miss that place, well, words can never tell. That's why I'm going back to Warren Point. Well, I'm going back to Warren Point. Play my blues on the bay lawn, we're really gonna rock that joint. Say toodle them on, yeah, say tootin' mess of me. Now let's all go down to the club, Sherry. I'm going back to Warren Point. Play my blues on the bay lawn, we're really gonna rock that joint. Yeah, the blues cats are playing down at number 7 Duke Street. That's a skylight room, and they lay down a groove, and it's feeling mighty sweet. They're some of the finest people that you ever wanted to meet. And that's why I'm going back to Warren Point. Well, I'm going back to Warren Point. Play my blues on the bay lawn, we're really gonna rock that joint. We're gonna rock come along, everybody, yeah, come along with me. Let's all go down to the lock and key. I'm going back to Warren Point. Play my blues on the bay lawn. We're really gonna rock that joint. Say it again. I'm going back to Warren Point. I'm going back to Warren Point. Play my blues on the bay lawn. We're really gonna rock that joint. We're gonna rock the joint, y'all. To Warren Point, y'all. Last few years have been one big fight. Everything I did, yeah, you said I didn't do it right, but I won't change, baby. I won't change anymore for you, yeah. Well, you wouldn't change me, girl, so why the hell would I stay with you, yeah? I changed my job when you said it wasn't enough money. Change my clothes when you said I look kind of funny. I won't change, baby. I won't change anymore for you, yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't change me, girl. Why the hell would I stay with you, yeah? View, yeah, see the corn from the other side. Change my point in a couple so you can't take me for a ride. But I won't change, baby. I won't change anymore for you, yeah. Well, you wouldn't change me, girl. Tell me why would I stay with you, yeah. So listen, I changed my phone, yeah, I changed the number on my door. Changed so much you won't even know me anymore. But I won't change, girl. I won't change anymore for you, yeah. Well, you wouldn't change me, babe. Why the hell would I stay with you, yeah? more for you, yeah. Well, you enchanting me, baby. Tell me why would I stay with you, yeah. Chasing me, baby. Tell me why would I stay with you? There better enough changes around here. Yeah.
Marty Big Dog Mercer and the Big Dog Mercer Band. That's from their new live album, Live at the Roxy, recorded in Lockport, Illinois. The album is coming out this week, and you can pick up a copy over on Big Dog Mercer's website, bigdogmercer.com. They've got copies on vinyl, CD, and digital USB copies as well. They will also have video from the show on the band's YouTube channel. Stick around for more coming up from the band's new album, and from their recording with us here in Studio A. We'll hear a few new songs from the band, and I'll talk with Big Dog Mercer. It's coming up here on Sessions from Studio A. Welcome back to Sessions from Studio A. We're hearing from Chicago Blues Hall of Famer Marty Big Dog Mercer and his new live album, Live at the Roxy. The album is coming out this week, but we're getting a first listen here on Sessions from Studio A. You can order a copy over on Big Dog Mercer's website, bigdogmercer.com. The band also stopped by WNIJ's Studio A to talk with us about the album and play some new songs live for us. This next one is titled My Little Georgia Door. It's Big Dog Mercer, recorded live on Sessions from Studio A. This is Sessions from Studio A, and you just heard Big Dog Mercer, Chicago Blues Hall of Famer. Big Dog Mercer back for round 2 here in Studio A. So I'm sure you've kept busy since we last saw you. You've got a new live album that's going to be coming out soon. We'll talk about the album here in a minute, but first I wanted to talk a little bit about your style. And you're a blues guitarist, blues band, but you kind of blend rock and blues. I remember you saying you were a Black Sabbath fan last time you were here.
Yeah, absolutely. Good memory. Yeah, still a Black Sabbath fan. I don't think that'll ever change.
Yeah, you even had the SG out today.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with Black Sabbath or anything like that. It's just a happy coincidence, but I like that guitar too.
So talk a little bit about your style, blending a little bit of that rock influence you have in with blues music.
It's one of those things where you just, as far as when I write music, I just write music. I don't have a goal in mind, so I can't classify, I'm going to write a blues song, I'm going to write a jazz song. It doesn't work like that for me. Some guys can do that. So I just write, and whatever comes out, comes out. It's hard to answer that. What makes your sound? I don't know, a whole lot of things.
I was wondering if is there any, probably not as much these days, but are there any like gatekeepers in Chicago blues world that are, they only like the traditional stuff? They maybe don't like the rock influence or people bringing in some fusion. Is there any of that?
Lots of that.
Interesting.
Sure. Yeah, there's lots of that. I don't try to fit in though. As far as us as a band, I don't try to fit in. We just go and do our thing, and it's been commented to me lots of times that how do you find these jobs where nobody else works? And my answer is that's my day job, as I try to find work.
And by that you mean you're pretty DIY kind of guy. So do you do a lot of the booking as well for the band?
Yeah, absolutely, everything. Yeah, even that recording that we did, you could basically say it was done in house. I called in some favors, and a bunch of friends pitched in, and we got it done.
Yeah, let's talk more about the album now. So live at the Roxy here. Tell us a little bit about that night, that concert, and then this record that's coming out of it. So this is a live album here.
The night was great. It's a smaller theater. It's not a huge one. Capacity was 100. I think it was 105, and we. Like everything I do, I oversold it, and we actually jammed 130 people in there. And then the way that we did it was we had 13 songs that I wanted to capture. So we, going up to the album, we busted our butts, and we rehearsed every single week, and we just played those 13 songs over and over and over again until we had them down to try to find anything that we could fix. And then we went on stage, and we played those 13 songs, and then we took a half-hour break, and then we went back on stage and played those same 13 songs again, so that we had 2 takes of each song, so that when it came time to mix them down, we could grab which one sounded better. And then after that, it was a matter of there's no overdubs or any of that kind of stuff in there. There's no magic. It's just a matter of equalizing and mixing it down.
So what you hear is what was at the concert. I love that.
Yeah, and we went as far as to, after talking to a whole bunch of people, we put microphones in the audience so that when people clap, you can hear it. It doesn't just sound like a flat recording. And if you've got a good enough stereo system, if you say your speakers are 4 feet apart and you sit 4 feet back and you get in that little sweet spot, and you can hear it that Aiden is on this side as the speakers are hitting. You can hear Aiden's here and Mike's here and Mars and the drums right here, and I'm over here and my vocals are panned over here. And at times, if you got a good enough stereo system, you can actually hear the people on the sides of you. It's pretty cool.
Like you're in the crowd.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, it was done very well.
Who did the mixing and all of that production?
That's a friend of ours, not just a friend of mine, a friend of ours. His name's Tom Gunderson. Tom's a family friend of mine, and he and I had a conversation one night. I was talking about I needed to record some music because it had been so long since I had recorded anything, and he says, you ought to do a live album. And I said, well, I don't really know how to go about doing that. And he right away, he's like, well, you could try doing this or try doing this. And the way that he put the microphones on there, he's really into this stuff, really into it. Like, he had graphs written out for each microphone brand and like where he would put those. And anytime we changed the microphone, he had like go back and look at his graphs to figure out where he wanted to stack. He was really into it, which is cool. He just did such a fantastic job. So it was just a conversation with him, and then we went. Next thing I know, we're at the theater and we're recording an album. It was pretty awesome. Isn't that pretty much how it went?
Everything sounded amazing. The theater, like you said, it was a smaller theater, but the acoustics in there were really good. So it was like a perfect place for recording a live album. So yeah, I had a lot of fun playing that. It's my very first album that I've ever played on. So
Oh wow.
yeah, so I'm excited to see the reception of the album going forward, and yeah.
And the day we recorded was actually the first day that I had my new saxophone. It just came in the mail as I was pulling out of the driveway.
Oh,
I
nice.
saw the FedEx truck roll
I remember
up.
that now, yeah.
And so the album is literally the first notes I blew into that saxophone. So for those who care, it's an Eastman 52nd Street. I like the Eastman, so they're pretty good. But yeah, it's like giving birth to the new saxophone.
That's interesting. Wow, fresh out of the
Fresh off
the FedEx truck.
Yep.
That's amazing. I wonder what that's like for a saxophone player, because if I were like a drummer or a guitarist or something, and I had never touched the instrument before, that might be kind of like weird and might take a little getting used to. But you were able to just jump right in with the new saxophone?
It took me like half a song,
Nice.
and then I had it all dialed up
Okay.
to at least what I thought I liked. So it's, yeah.
Aiden's kind of a maestro.
Funky Beans by Big Dog Mercer. That one is a brand new song from him and the band. It was recorded live right here in WNIJ's Studio A, and you can check out behind-the-scenes video over on our website, WNIJ.org, along with this full episode. Stay tuned, we'll take a short break, and then we'll be right back with more from my talk with Big Dog Mercer, and we'll hear more from his brand new album, Live at the Roxy, which comes out this week. Stay tuned for more music here on Sessions from Studio A. Welcome back to Sessions from Studio A with Marty Big Dog Mercer. We're hearing from his new album, Live at the Roxy, which comes out this week. You can pick up a copy over on BigDogMercer.com. And we've got time now for a few more from the record. This next one is totally different than the usual Big Dog Mercer style. It was inspired by Marty's time in Ireland. This is Top of the Morns from Marty Big Dog Mercer's new album, Live at the Roxy. Top of the Morns from Big Dog Mercer's new album Live at the Roxy. And I'm wondering if you can tell us a little bit more about that song, Top of the Morns.
That song is an instrumental tune, and it's completely unlike anything else on that record or anything else that I've ever recorded. It's kind of like it's a Celtic instrumental. I don't know how else to describe it.
Oh, cool.
When I was over there, we were staying in this place called Ross Trevor, and they put us up in these cabins, and every morning you woke up, and as you looked out your window, there was the mountain out there, and there's mist rolling over the top of the mountain, and right on the other side of that mountain peak is the ocean. You know it's right there, and it's just absolutely beautiful, and it left such an impression on me, and that's like there's a feeling that I get from every time I think of that place, and that's like I couldn't explain it in words, so I wrote a song about it, and that's what came out Top of the Morn. So that's another one about Ireland. Yeah,
sounds like a kind of a moving experience going over there, and I know they're pretty crazy about the blues too in Europe in general.
They are. It's really something else, and I know a lot of guys actually go over there, they play a while, and they don't come back because every time they come back, it gets harder for them to come back here. I mean, that's the first thing that I've been around here my entire life, and I love Chicago and everything like that, but you go someplace, and then you come back, and as soon as you get off the airplane, you look at people's faces, and they're just miserable. Now, granted, it's an airport, and nobody's happy to be at an airport, but you notice that, for a few days after you get back from a trip like that, everybody's just miserable.
And it's like you've been in this paradise for
pretty much.
A month.
That's how I felt. Yeah. It's completely different. Like here, you got everybody looking at their cell phones if the TV's on or something like that. Over there, the drinking age, for one thing, is 18. So you got a lot of young kids in there. They actually come out to hear music. They're not there to stare at their phones or hang out with their friends. They came out to actually listen to music.
Right.
And when you get done with a song, they clap, and then they wait for you to do the next thing, and then you play another song, and then they get done and they clap, and it's totally different than playing music here. And the crowds stay all night long. It's not like they hear you and they don't like you and they run off. They just stick around. It's a beautiful thing.
What's coming up for you guys the rest of this winter? And is there a set release date for the record yet or not?
There is. The set release date for the record is February 21st.
All right.
And that is, we're having a release party in Manteno, Illinois, at a place called Copeland's, which is at 51 North Main Street, downtown Manteno. Then the following week, we're having a second party. So the Mantenos, for people who don't know, that's down south on the Indiana border, down kind of close by Kankakee. That's where I live at. So we're having a release party down in that area. And then for our city fans, we're having one the following week on Friday, February 28th at Buddy Guy's Legends. We have a job there we start at 9 o'clock, and we're going to turn it into a CD release party starting at 8 p.m.
Cool.
There's a cover charge for that. I don't remember what it is. I think it's $15.
$15 for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. So you're doing a couple different album release shows for kind of folks all around the place. And where can people check out those dates again and find out more info from you?
BigDogMercer.com. If you type in Big Dog Mercer in any search engine, you'll find us real quick. There's a ton of stuff out there. We've been doing this a long time.
Everybody, thank you so much for coming out once again and playing for us, and for a copy of this album. Can't wait to check out the new album, Live at the Roxy. All right, Big Dog Mercer, thanks again for coming out to Studio A. Great set.
Thank you.
much whiskey, too much cocaine, too much of all that stuff drove a man insane. I hit rock bottom when I walked up on the floor. Said to myself, I can't take this no more. I'm helpless, so helpless. I fell down on my knees. Right, Father, help me please. I'm helpless, so helpless. I tried my life to be a good man. I tried real hard to do the best that I can. I took a wrong turn, you know I lost my way. Gotta clear my head and start a brand new day. I'm helpless, so helpless. I fell down on my knees. Right, Father, help me please. I'm helpless, so helpless. People, yeah, made a mistake. All those people gave, and all I did was take. I said I was sorry, and I asked them to forgive. Now walking the straight line's the only way I want to live. I'm helpless, I'm so helpless. I'm helpless, so helpless. Thank you very much, folks. We certainly appreciate that.
Helpless by Big Dog Mercer, closing out our show for this week. That was from his new album, Live at the Roxy. The album comes out this week, and you can order a copy right now on BigDogMercer.com. They have those album release shows coming up too. There's one tomorrow, February 21st at Copeland's in Mantino. And if you're listening to this on Saturday, don't worry. They've got another show at Buddy Guy's Legends in Chicago next weekend on February 28th. Again, you can find those dates and the new album at BigDogMercer.com. Also follow the band on Facebook and Instagram at Big Dog Mercer. Thanks so much to the band for being on the show and to you for tuning in this hour. Sessions from Studio A is produced at WNIJ Studios on the campus of Northern Illinois University. Producers are myself, Spencer Tritt, along with Mike Lundgren and Sam Knofsker. Production intern is Royce Pataris. Thanks so much for joining us this week, and I'll see you next time on another edition of Sessions from Studio A.